think when most people think about skydivers, they have a very stereotypical view in mind. They think skydivers are just adrenaline junkies, just crazy people trying to push the limits on it all the time, willing to do a sport like this because we enjoy risking our lives. And that is so far from the truth. Any given day you're out here on the drop zone, you'll see people from every different walk of life. Here right now, I think we have people who are in their early 20s and in their mid-70s. Every ethnicity, every political view, all sorts of different occupations. The things that we all have in common, I think, is some kind of genetic disorder that we all think that we're closer to birds than we actually are. What we love about it more than anything is it really feels like you're flying. My name is Dan Brodsky-Chenfeld. I've been skydiving since 1980. I've been involved with the sport in many different capacities and lots of competition, in student training, in running skydiving centers, and in doing large formation work. All right, good.
Fuck, sorry. Okay, yeah.
Okay, cool. So what are you hoping to achieve this week?
This week I'm hoping to complete the 32-way sequential big way that we are trying to do. With Dan BC being here and coaching us, we've got all the knowledge to do this, so to get the Aussie record would just be amazing.
Have a look at where people are going. Identify the rigs in front of you.
The whole skydive, really, that you have from the time you exit the airplane till you have the time to build the formation and then get away from each other, depending on how high you're going, lasts for about 75 seconds. There's two different ways of doing records in large formation skydiving. One is just to do the largest formation that you can, and the other is to do sequential formations, so more than one formation on a particular jump. Well, it's not something just a novice skydiver can do. It's not even something an experienced skydiver without the proper training can do.
What's the job of the pilot in the lead plane?
Look, it's pretty much the same as skydiving, you know. You just got to fly a solid base, nice and still and consistent turns, smooth, so it's easy for the other person. You're not going up and down. Consistency, really. You're sort of managing all the radio calls, but really the person that's doing the hard work is the person doing the trail plane.
It is concentration all the way up. Once he's advertising exactly what he's doing, it becomes easier for me to follow.
6 days of jumping, months and months and months of coaching and preparation for this. For it to come to fruition would just be the bee's knees.
All right, we don't need to build it here.
I'm really excited, a little bit nervous, knowing that my wife Mary's got the Australian record before me. This jump is, there's a lot on the line right now for me to go up there and get a record on the same day.
The nerves are, yeah, I'm on edge, but I'll give it 100%.
Well, this design is a 4-way base with slot flakes, making a 12-way base that we want to fly it at 125 miles an hour. Now, with that speed, we can have what we call flakers on the outside, which are performing the maneuvers that give us the 2-point sequential record.
Skydiving, in reality, the whole sensation of falling, we don't have that at all. It really feels like they're flying completely. Someone could exit the airplane 10 seconds before somebody else, and they could be dropping down over 1,000 feet, and the plane could fly 1/4 of a mile. And you could dive down to this person at twice their speed and stop as soon as you get there. That's the kind of control we're talking about. Now, in a big wave formation skydiving like this, there's people flying that far from every direction.
To go well. 30. 25 seconds and counting. 20 seconds. 20 seconds and counting. 17 seconds and counting. 15, 14, 12, 11, 10, 9, 8. Ignition sequence start. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
We just saw the guys come through the cloud, and they looked to be holding the second point in the sequential. So we'll see if they start jumping up and down. But we've had 3 successful sequential jumps, the same jump today, 3 different groups, and they're starting to hoot now. So look, I'm really hoping that that we've just done it again, which will mean we have really had just the best day ever.
Oh, awesome, man. Oh, I'm impressed taken away. We did it. I could feel everyone do the second point, and it's, mate, what a great day.
To achieve something that we've worked so hard for, 6 days of jumping, months and months and months of, you know, coaching and preparation.
I feel wrapped. It's yeah, it's awesome to get down. We haven't seen the video, but I'm pretty confident we got the record. So yeah, I feel great.
So nothing broke in the centre. All the guys that released didn't break. They're hooked up, and everybody's moved around.
Fantastic.
Looks good to me.
To be able to go up, set a new national record, and to include 74 people in that record. We could not possibly have done this 5 days ago. And I wouldn't even have guessed 5 days ago that we could have done it. And at the conversation last night with the organizers, when the idea started to come up, and I remember telling them, just for the record, the common sense, logical, smart thing to do right now is to take the best 32 people and to have them do the most points they can and just keep that group together all day long. That's the logical thing. And they all looked at me and said, yeah, well, whatever. That's not how we do it here. And let's try to do something that's just basically would be considered almost impossible by trying to include as many people as possible from the camp in sharing in this national record. And we made a plan to do it, and there you have it, 4 in a row.
And what would you say to someone that was thinking about getting into big ways?
Well, what I'd say is I'd say go for it, of course. I did, and I was never sad that I made that decision. And I've met some incredible people around the world. I've made some incredible jumps, including the ones that I've made today. I consider them to be some of the best.